be a bit before we see that star-studded perfection that Device is once known to be. It's very quick on the initial execute. 3 up mid, 2 through A, at least through ramp, and they're not even being quiet about it. Smokes, flashes galore. They want to take the fight straight through XATIC early on. Inside of stairs, Salazar, the new recruit, sits ready and waiting. Glaive wants to take him down, looking too many places at once. They've got no idea where to look, and it's a quick finish for Astralis, who want to kick them while they're down.
Mixer out of the gates as well, stepping up there. Xipix alongside him here. Full house between the two. It will be confirmed. Like a 500 damage split between those two players. That is such a sick pistol round. Astralis just throwing a haymaker to open things up. And beautiful little coverage there as well. You can just see nothing that Salazar can do. He's getting pressured from 3 different angles, making sure that they do their due diligence by peppering in some smoke spam, zoning into these positions. And there was still a lot of...
Like, no disrespect, again, intelligent. It was just split into A. We've got their number ready to go, and it looks like they're going to do something fast again. Blame F already up catwalk, catches Kragan blindsided. The trade is in, but he's done more damage than ever needed. They can just sprint out into B without really any care in the world. Nade is going to chunk off a lot of damage, though, and might even demand some well-earned respect. Cabby, long range on the Mac 10, makes this a bit more realistic, but as it lies to Queenix, you've not got many expectations for a lone USP in the middle of the site. Astralis, a quick 2-0 start.
Yeah, good stuff from them. Again, full USB around there. Not really anything you can do for STATIC. They do some decent damage, though, so you got to take what you can get there. Cabby getting some cash flow with the MP, or Mac 10. STATIC, you kind of have to gather that respect before it's given to you.
Right, they kind of came out of the gates expecting some respect to be given, as you said, and Astralis are not going to let them have any of it until it's most certainly earned. Abby, first to take contact, though. They want to run things back over towards A. Look at Manx's position, though. I mean, he's very far forward in Palace. Not one you're really going to expect. Still have their eyes on it. Mister carrying forward as they fall back away. They've got mid control, so there's space elsewhere to be taken for Astralis. It's not like they have to make this unwarranted risk.
Plenty of time to move around the map here. And if you are STATIC, you have a whole lot of information with the Palace player, but you're also not really utilizing that information and stacking more of those resources towards B right now. Included in that mix is a lot of control given over towards mid, so more worries as time goes on for STATIC. Queenix has the early alarm bells, and even it's going to boost up Kragan here. But, oh, the worst timing on that boost is now he's caught in no man's land.
Well, he's still going to be good for 1 at the least, but I can't say the same for his teammate. The B site's defense quickly collapses. They leave most of it down to Cabby, who gets back in and sneaks a headshot in onto Xipix. Now it's just all about delaying and buying time, but he's overextending. Not comfortable and not confident with what he's been given. He wants a little bit more, but in doing so, he's given it all up. Salazar, the angle's known and duly aware of. Astralis, it's all about clearing it and taking care of it. At this point, low HP, his device is the molly. He's going to force him out of position. Ball's just about as low as his counterpart, both down to just about 1 HP, but the bomb's still yet to go down. There's 8 seconds left, and I don't know if they have time to actually punch in the rock here. Blame out, they have to move. They don't know. This round is done, and Astralis don't even know it yet. XATIC, steal it away. Maybe that respect was a bit more well-earned. Manx gives them nothing.
Yeah, Manx, one of the easier 1v2 clutches of his lifetime, but definitely will take that.
Just shocking. I mean, Astralis is not a team that's usually known to make mistakes like that.
Case here, especially with, you know, those players in the clutch as well, right? That one you feel like is a lock-in in the late round scenarios, but 2 on easy, perfect flash, so excellent there. And Mr. going to capitalize, device follow suit. Xipix setting up his teammate for success right there. They sure do make good on it. Cabby, though, he is going to pull things back here, and Mr's still down very low on HP. But there's no need to commit to this. We're only 1 minute and 20 left on the clock, so ample time to just work the map, spread that defense so thin.
I mean, there's nobody on B right now. Like, if Glaive had just gone forward, which, you know, it's not, he probably shouldn't have, but if he did go forward and got a bit investigative as to what's happening on B, he'd seen nobody here. And this is big because that's where the bomb's going. Mister currently aiming in that direction on half HP as Xipix just holds for the potential ramp push. The re-aggression that comes through. Cabby shut down and Kragan's right behind him. Doesn't matter where they go at this point. Again, it's an open canvas. Queenix is still on the A site's defense, though, so Big Brain Glaive takes note of that and keeps the warranting of a potential open B bomb site. Mister still yet to move, though. Wants to make sure all the T's are dotted, or rather, T's are crossed and I's are dotted. They back away. Don't give him anything more than he's already gotten. 30 seconds left, but it won't matter, and Astralis clap right back.
Yeah, that's actually even more punishing as well, given the fact that you have a situation where ECSTATIC win a clutch of sorts, a 1v2 with only one alive on their end, and immediately getting reset is going to limit that economy so much. It's going to allow Astralis to just continue with their foundations. And a great round there from Xipix. He gets 2 flash assists, and then he just posts up in towards A main for 2 more of the easiest kills of his life right there, as they just walk right into his crosshair. So just an incredible round coming through from him. Xipix playing a hell of a game so far to start, which does give them that even extra element of firepower on top of Device. We talked about, you know, wielding some of the names that this roster has to offer, and Blame F and now Device playing in good form. Xipix does need extras in ECSTATIC and Trick, not the most comfortable on this map, and so I think that not only are Astralis getting a chance to test out how Device is going to do on this map with AWP, but also get a punish pick against ECSTATIC and Tricked individually.
Right, but ECSTATIC, they do not seem ready for the test that Astralis is presenting them at current. Light comes back out, but this is going to be a huge gun round for ECSTATIC. You can't close this out, man. You're already looking towards Astralis potentially stomping to a 1/2. Not too far off it if you can win a round like this, but I do like how disciplined ECSTATIC have been playing, right? It's night and day from the previous series where the discipline on the utility usage is a lot better. They usually have smokes and mollies for the later portions of the round, but same thing goes for Astralis. You continue to put the pressure on around the map regardless of where the site takes coming through. Blame F right now just sat waiting for the flank to come through in the apartments. It's a full-on A site take. Xipix with the bomb on his back, but surprisingly enough, he's leading the charge in sandwich with 40 seconds to go. We might find another over at stairs. No, instead, it's a 2-man shutdown. And the crossfire holds up well for the CT side. Need a little more work to be delivered, though. And Manx will do it. If he had fallen, the round falls with him, but there goes the man in Device himself. It's all up to Blame at the wrong side of the map. And Queenix, he's ready. He knows exactly what's coming.
Yeah, gonna get himself 0 freebie kills right there on the flanks, being on that opposite side of the map. Do want to give a quick shout out those 1x bet odds favoring Astralis there. You can go and check that out with cct.gg/1xbet if you are interested. Of course, gamble responsibly and be above the age of 18. But all that being said here, Mac 10's out another force buy from Astralis coming on through. We'll see if this nets them the same success as it once did. Salazar deep angle though.
Ooh, that's just free info for him. Haven't actually heard much from this guy this game, but, you know, he also hasn't had an op in his hands. Finally, first time we get to see it, but might not even get tested, right? It already looks like Astralis are lining up towards A. Bomb making that way in its direction, too. Smoke in mid-window. There's 3 players here, sure, but Astralis, we already talked about how coordinated these site takes can be. It's not like you're going to find a weak spot in it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kragan completely blinded up, and Underbelly Flame F going all the way around through triple. Cap catches him, though. Range M4 better for the task, but now you're starting to run out of players, and you're starting to run out of them quick. Niko of Device is good for the 1, needs a little more, but it's Xipix to deliver. As Glaive upgrades to the Mac 10, again, it's all going to be up to a retake effort by ECSTATIC that could be a foregone conclusion. They all line up for him, but he just can't land it. Salazar in the 1v3. Told you we haven't heard much from this guy. What a way for him to light up the server if he could pull this off. But Glaive won't let it happen. Too smart to do, forced by the questionable call coming back out from them. And that's just to try to stay toe-to-toe with the legends that Astralis are.
Yeah, no question about it there. Some nice damage, though, to open up proceedings. Salazar, again, not given his full opportunities to shine. Like I said, could be facing a tough bit of opposition, right? He's not going to get away with the same things like he's been able to do in that Swiss stage, where they were able to claw things back from what was a scary 0-2 position. They got a whole nother task at hand.
They do, and Astralis are finally slowing down the pace. It feels like most of this game has just been relentless aggression, surprisingly so. But now it's that slow, methodical default. And ECSTATIC, they haven't really been accompanied to this. This whole game has been very in your face, fast-paced aggression. And the utility's already been dumped because of that. Manx, the only one with the molly left, and it already looks like he's going to throw it somewhere.
This is a nice pace change to throw out from Astralis here. But the issue is right now, despite that, they have a player pushing towards Palace, and they're going for a bit of a gamble or static off the back of that information here. A big catwalk play. Mister doesn't fully clear out, but still lands the headshot. That's quite nice there. Kragan finds 2 to follow it up, and this sure to set the round sour, but BlameF still has answers, and now it's equalized into a 3v3.
Oh, pushing up Cat though. Manx reveals his position and can't even get a bullet into him because of it. Only one left on A, and it's Cabby with an MP5. Very lonely he is, but if he's not cleared out, there's a world where Astralis gets shell-shocked in this round with 9 seconds left to go. Glaive has to find this kill, and he's already biffed the opportunity. Glaive too far behind. He was in a post plant before the bomb got down, and because of it, Astralis get the round stolen away from a team like this. Is obviously credit into your own bank account. But I mean, this is almost a potential for a tie game, right? You close out this round. This is a forced buyback from Astralis. Then you're pretty much tied up by 5. I mean, there's not a lot of teams in this world who could say they've gone toe-to-toe with Astralis with device on it. So definitely an accomplishment.
No question about it. So they're going to line up a bit of an A-side execute here. Again, with a much different approach to this round. At the moment, Astralis taking a slower go about things. BlameF looking like he wants to line up some utility for under balcony. There's a little bit of extra credit here to this one, but a great counter util from Manx. A molly on top of that ramp is going to buy so much time into HE. That polo suit does great damage.
Well, again, these side executes have always been on point and flawless for Astralis. Is it going to win them another round that they should have no business in contending for? Well, keeps on this mark, it just might. Bomb going down, starting to sprint back through smokes. No, they denied it. Glaive, as soon as the smoke subsides, Cabby deals in the final blow. And Mr. Steagle is ready to shut this round down, dude. The young star is farming right now with the sidearm. And it might just take him the distance. Salt to one lone man, and CT spawn device to close. A double from him, and Astralis win another unnecessarily contentious round.
Just stealing that round away. Despite Manx's composed attempt at holding things down right there, it's just collapses so quickly. Device showing up at the right point right there to close out. And delivering Astralis a 6th round. That's a tough one to lose as well, because look at the money that they have left in this one. It's another big reset. ECSTATIC, that was their chance to build a foundation. If they were just able to win that one, they could have started building that economy. Instead, they're going for a force buy, and that looked a little bit hesitant. They call that one over late to where they're slow to even get onto that B bomb site, and that's always a worrying sign.
I'm just questioning this call, right? Because, I mean, there's not really a big point in making this, especially with a default setup you've got going on. It's not even like it's some weird force buy stack, and that's a big miss from Kragan. He kind of needed that kill. Phoenix still here and ready on the middle of the site, but so long as he doesn't give up his position, there's going to be a chance for them here. Zipnix finally put to an end, but he's done his due diligence. They've done all the work they necessarily need to. Now it's about closing things down, but there's just too many players at too many angles to worry about right now for Astralis. Tap comes through, but no actual stick. They're waiting to see if Manx rears his head before things get too hazy. No, they realize they have the sanctuary of a bomb plant, but he's still going to attempt the clutch. Good one on the Mac 10. The trade is better, though, and Astralis come one within striking distance of a 1/2.
Off of players from your region, especially with devices peak, so I think Breezer was an exception to that rule in some sense.
Unlucky, really, but not so unlucky is Manx, who gets a pretty decent opening kill over towards A, and even backs away for free. Actually, no, he holds on to Palace control as his team works up some extra frags over in middle. Doesn't really feel like Astralis can get a foothold in this round now, can they? They're mid-control, their ace in the hole has been shut down, and ECSTATIC are now in a situation where they can afford to just turtle up and play these site defenses.
Excellent. Flash out to at least try and regain some of this control towards middle. But so far, they've just been plucked apart in the extremities. A little bit of aggression towards Palace nets them an opening pick, and I believe just finding an opening towards that underpass position. So ECSTATIC a much more competent start to this round, but they still have to close, and they have to close versus three very scary players. Zipic's having a very good game right now individually. Blame F, who you know can show up late round and be a thorn in your side. And then, of course, Device. Fresh face back in this roster. Blame F again. Oh, silent drop. That could be everything, Cabby. He hasn't heard this information and his back's completely turned here. Blame F not turning the corner, though. He's not gunning it just yet. Instead, he waits. He bides his time, but he needs to strike soon. Smoke. It offers up a little bit of coverage, but now he can even further split this defense. Again, there's no sound cues made from Blame F just yet, but he might not strike. He might not give himself time to.
No, he finally does activate, but it's only for one on a Zipnix. Well, I say only for one, but it's the bomb carrier. It's huge. It's Blame F now left in an unwinnable spot, just trying to hang on to his AK. And Queenix will deny that. No save allowed for you up in middle. In fact, there might be a free
reply from Mr. Sacrifice of Blame F, but a worthy one at that. Again, we've seen what can happen when he gets to activate early and create space for his teammates. Speaking of creating space, Device has snuck his way on through.
Dude, what is this round right now? It kind of feels like everybody's flanking, all right? You've still got Device, who you just talked about, sneaking his way through stairs. And look at the other side of the map. Manx is in T spawn right now, and it won't matter, right? They've taken control of A. They're going to get the bomb down, and you're going to plant and essentially realize, yeah, we might be getting flanked, right? So somebody's first point of attention is going to be drawn towards ramp, and it feels like Manx might have overplayed his hand, right? With all those players coming up through connector, probably just want to turn around there, right? Start coming back into the site, put up a site defense. Now, kind of feels like you're out of options. Yeah, he's already calling it a save, too. His teammates have no interest in going for this one. When you look at the money, there's really a clear answer. This is a 9th round for Astralis, and maybe even more if they can't use these guns to follow up on a 1 round in the next.
Yeah, immediately get that extra credit rounds right there. Now 9 on the board, just some sneaky play, but like you said, it felt like there was a little bit too much flanking taking place there potentially. That flank for Manx was not given time to ever sprout, and unfortunately his information play just gets nullified from an info play from Device here. Just kind of a heroic move to dive shine versus some opposition that he's more comfortable with in that old Masonic core that you talked about. I mean, this is exactly where he's looking to thrive.
Yeah, the only people thriving right now are Astralis, as they just continue to put pedal to the metal. Into the A site they go with no respect given. Glave's already taken a body down in middle, too. 1.5 if you count in Cabby. That doesn't even account for Blame F, who's once again snuck behind enemy lines, but maybe a bit too labored. And already kind of screwed the pooch on this one. You've got to make a sound cue now to just tell them you're here. This doesn't matter all that much. Mr. even whipping a couple of bullets. Offline, one up, two. It's all up to Blame F with the bomb down in T-spawn. He's got to somehow pick apart both remaining CTs with little util.
But this is where, you know, Blame F is good for like a round or 2.5 in a sort of 1v2 like this. I mean, this is what you like him kind of have hanging around in the late round situations. The issue is Salazar and Queenix are reading this quite nicely. A double up through towards A, and they're taking initiative, and they might just catch Blame F walking out of ramp here, or otherwise he might get caught on some time. He spots him out, and Blame F spots both.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. There's plenty of time to reroute here. He's certainly not going to dive back in towards A. That's a guarantee. How long do ECSTATIC sit and wait here?
Right, that's the win con, because if they sit here for an extra 5-10 seconds, Blame F's going to have a free path up into B, so they have a question to ask themselves. Do we split apart? Do we potentially bite onto this fake? And looks like, at least if you're Salazar, you will. Queenix is rotated in, though. He's in market, and he's not going to take a fight. Molly forces him into one, and Blame F's going to go for a tap. No, he had to stick it. There's no time to go for this fight and then win the round. He didn't clear it first. ECSTATIC are going to get it on a freebie. Salazar just hangs on to his op, so they do capitalize on another, and now they don't have to worry about money as much. Still not great, but they can throw another buyout.
That's such a smart play from Queenix. You got to know when you have to go proactive and when you need to hang back in those 2vx situations, and right there, that was certainly a time to activate. Even if you go down, like you had said, there's simply just not enough time. And either Queenix fast BRs to try and end things over.
But you got a firefighter too, and flashes the boot. Reagan has no idea what's going on, no vision whatsoever, and even a 1 HP Mister's too much to deal with. Queenix next up, doubling down on 1 HP. This guy is unstoppable. The only one in front of him is Salazar on the AWP. Don't fire a shot, my friend, because if you do, you're going to have another MAC 10 kill coming through. Cabby, through door he goes. He's gotten a triple on a 1 HP MAC 10, and he might even get 4. No, finally put to an end, but Salazar, do as he may and try as he must, it's not going to be good enough. A 1v5 required, as low as some of these members are, as winnable as it might look in some of these 1v1s, it's just not good enough. Device up through a smoke, finds the trade, and Astralis get double-digit rounds on their T side.
I mean, that's got to be one of Mister's career highs right now for Astralis. That is an incredible half here, down to 23 HP. Look at the impact that he has on the exit. Xipic's doing great damage, but still nailing some headshots here. I mean, what more could you ask? We talking around if you consider them kind of the old core of Masonic. And they have certainly been together for quite some time, and so that success starting to follow through from Mister. He's doing great work so far.
He is, man. Putting up numbers. It's exactly what we needed to see. I told you, if Astralis can start to get Mister on the same page, it's like, this is going to be a deadly team. It's exactly what we're seeing right now. XSTATIC are just left in the dust almost at every step of the way. Now, as more gunfights rain out over the B site, you realize there's a very big lacking of manpower there, and Astralis are pincered in without even knowing it. Device blindsided by Cabby over in market, or in window. Now Mister's got to draw his own attention in to just worry about one player, one man who's not even bothering to give a peek.
Trying to pepper it in. They're just going to send in Xipix as a sacrifice here. He's down so very low, but Kragan still holds steady. And the collapse is all through here. Everyone finding their kills in unison. A quick and easy round there confirmed by XSTATIC with a little bit of extra work being done for Cabby, cutting off one of those rotates. Cutting off some of that initiative that Astralis tried to throw out. That includes an opening pick coming through from Glaive. The struggle to connect on the Queenix was so costly.
I mean, yeah, it's this flank from here sat under the window of your device. You've got to worry about the cap flank, though. In the open, you're not going to have much success at dealing with him at a long-range SMG. But Device, before he's spotted, is able to tuck back over in ban, and there's not any utility that's going to be able to deal with him. Only one who slipped the radar right now is Cabby, but the rotations come through Device. Oh, if he had that kill, completely different round. Now BlameF knows where every last T is. It's all about finding the frags, in which he can potentially isolate them both. Caught reloading the Deagle. He's still maneuvering around this empty pillar. Isolates them both, but can only land one under the body of Salazar, who holds it down for XSTATIC's aim.
That's probably what the timeout was about, to discuss what exactly went wrong there. BlameF, though, is what went wrong in this round here. No trade from Salazar. He takes a lot of damage. There's still no trades. Eventually, Kragan will be able to contain the spray, but there's still one more under balcony. One more player to deal with, and Glaive going to claim a freebie. And Salazar's very low, but oh, a big gap right there. Queenix will capitalize off of it. Things could go sour. BlameF is getting fights. But they do find him quickly closing out that round, and because go down in an instant. And it is going to be up to Device alongside Xipix to recover this round.
Oh, through a smoke comes Xipnix, though, with a couple of low players. This round is not done just yet. They're expectant of a man over in the triple boxes, even spotted, crossing back to CT spawn. Kragan. No more anonymity for you, my friend, and they've still yet to get this bomb across. Smoke thrown through to finally present a leeway for them, but Device is still posted, looking for one. That's not one he's going to miss. Pins Queenix to the floor. And this is all just buying time. It's all a delay. It's all a ruse, bamboozling as Xipnix goes around through T-spawn and into ramp to try to attempt to flank. He's got to be the one to win this round for them because Device doesn't have a kit. Alongside that, coming back in with an AWP, you already know it's not the weapon for the retake, but he's going to give it a go in CT spawn. The first fight's taken and Kragan wins it. And it's all up to Xipnix, one of the other vets on this Astralis roster. Cabby tucks into an off angle. He'll definitely have heard that jump. Yep, they're just going to post up for it. Round becomes unwinnable at this point. XSTATIC. They move forward. Astralis, they're starting to look a bit shaky on this defense.
They're letting XSTATIC get back into this game very quickly. That is a gut punch of a round right there to let slip as well. I mean, look at the A players here. They're going to try their luck with BlameF on a hero rifle. They're actually giving him some resources as well, but that molly is just going to flush him out in no man's land. Thank you very much. He still gets a kill, but he's down to 8 HP, and Xipix is down low as well.
Right, but the brunt of this attack is going to be over towards B, where Mister and Device are lying ready and wait. Even potentially a ninja boost to come up after the smoke is thrown. I think, yeah, they've gotten Mister up there. So long as maybe he can find one kill, get distracted in for. This round gets thrown into chaos. 2 on 5, and help might not matter. You know where both of the remaining T players are. It's just all about finding the kills at this point. Device, we talked about the misses from the MAC-10 earlier, but thankfully that's not one he'll add to the category. The resume's only good right now for Astralis. It's another
misplays the importance of his positions on that A bomb site. It's a very tricky spot to anchor things down. You've got a tough task at hand. Sometimes you just need to buy time, stay alive. Well, Device is certainly going to do more than that here. He even finds a follow-up molly kill there. Mr. and Device, they double down, double the damage. And Device is on an absolute tear, going for even more. One dive out through middle, but Glaive will deal with that. And Astralis, it's a confidence bounce back.
Game.
And Device has been all over the map right now. Been in their face, ever present. And he's taken the right position once again here. Deep angle towards apartments. And he's got the right line of approach. A molly could throw him off a little bit, though.
He could, but now they're pulling the pin on this execution, and it just seems like no matter where they go, they cannot stop running into Device. But this time he's only good for the one. Even recovering the art could be worrying, as Zibnix can't keep affording to go 1-for-1 in some of these engagements. Somebody's got to find a multi-kill. Nobody's got to step up to the plate. Mister might be the last one to try and do it, or maybe they don't need to find a multi-kill. We're on for a team ace. But no, Mister. But, I mean, look, at this point, if you're feeling yourself, why not stay in the groove? So long as they keep winning rounds, I don't know if they really care. 5 blocks getting ready to train out of A, though. I can't imagine this goes that well.
It's just Mister, though, again, isolated. This time he has Blame F, though, to set up a crossfire, and Blame F is going to just dismantle them on inbound. As soon as they turn that corner, Blame F is there to peek top stairs, farm all those sweet, sweet ecos, and Mister's job becomes a whole lot more easy. Converted a lot of their anti-ecos, or anti-force buys to be more accurate.
Yeah.
That's where we actually could have talked about Astralis struggling or even failing to close out this map, because Static have lost 2 or 3 eco rounds so far in this half and the last that have been very costly. You know, the type of ecos that make you force buy back, but you know, your force buys tech 9s and armor, and some of those rounds they've been able to reply with, but again, it's just not a consistent formula, and Astralis on the gun rounds have been a lot more consistent, so definitely a problem here, but Static's still looking good, like you said. That's a promising sign, and this is just Astralis' map pick. We still have Ancient waiting in the wings. Which
can be known to be a scary map if you're going against it. Oh, wait, hold up. How is Blame F snuck his way in here? They weren't clearing the boxes in con. Blame F gets away with a double. Highway robberies. He dives back through the smoke. And now somebody's got to pick up the bomb. Not only that, but get into this bomb site with some entry frags, right? You've still got 2 towards stairs, so it's not like con is open for the taking right now. And Mister's still going. This Astralis pain train is not stopping. It's all Queenix, and they know this game is just curtains at this point. Maybe try to stat pad a little bit towards the finish, but he's run out of bullets in the AK, and he's staring down the barrel of 4 different Astralis members. There's no way you're getting the bomb. Just dropping the graffiti. He knows it's a sign of the times. We're about to kiss this one over. Oh, all right. Well, you know what? Sure. Block kill, because why not? Maybe you can get another kill. No. You know, it's as soon as I get optimistic.